Hi friends, if we are planning for a trip, first we will calculate the distance and the time to travel. But in order to cover the certain distance within the stipulated time, we have to maintain certain speed. Yes, today our topic is speed, time and distance. The basic formula we know that speed is equal to distance by time. From that, the time is equal to distance by speed. Then distance is equal to speed into time. The first formula is for conversion of kilometer per hour into meter per second, we have to multiply by 5 by 18. How this 5 by 18 comes? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. 1000 divided by 3600. On simplification we get 5 by 18. So for conversion of kilometer per hour into meter per second, we are multiplying by 5 by 18. Then for conversion of meter per second into kilometer per hour, we are multiplying by 18 by 5. That is the reverse of 5 by 18. For bigger into smaller, we have to have the numerator smaller. For smaller to bigger, we have to have the numerator bigger. This is the simple trick you have to keep in mind. Yes. If for averaging two numbers, let be 2 and 4. Yes, we have to just add the number and divide by 2. So we will get the average as 3. This is not the same in speed. If a man covers certain distance at x kilometer per hour and an equal distance at y kilometer per hour, then the average speed of their whole journey is given by 2 into x into y divided by x plus y kilometer per hour. Here we have two more formulas. Suppose if two men are moving in the same direction at different speeds, and if one man's speed is greater than other man's speed, then their relative speed is given by the greater speed minus the smaller speed into m by s. Suppose if two men are moving in the opposite direction at different speed respectively, then their relative speed is given by u plus v. Because the same direction means the distance decreases, in the opposite direction means the distance increases. So we are subtracting here and so we are adding here. Yes, here we see some more problems to have a better understanding. Let's see the first problem. A cyclist covers a distance of 750 meter in 2 minutes 30 seconds. How many kilometers will he travel in 15 minutes in kilometer per hour? So the data given is in meter per second. So the two things we have to do. We have to find the kilometers he traveled in 15 minutes, which is in kilometer per hour. Here the data is given in meter per second. So he traveled 750 meter in how many seconds? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 2 minutes is equal to 120 seconds. 120 plus 30 is 150 seconds. So he traveled 750 meter in 150 seconds, which gives 5 meter per second. So he traveled 5 meter in 1 second. So on converting into kilometer per hour, we have to multiply by 18 by 5, which gives the answer in kilometer per hour. So in 1 hour he traveled 18 kilometer. Then we have to find the distance he traveled in 15 minutes. What is 15 minutes? 1 by 4th of 1 hour. So in 15 minutes he traveled 1 by 4 into the kilometer he traveled in 1 hour, 9 by 2. So he traveled 4.5 kilometer in 15 minutes. Our next question is, a dog takes 4 leaps for every 5 leaps of a hare, but 3 leaps of a dog are equal to 4 leaps of the hare. Compare their speeds. Let us we take the leap of a dog be x and the leap of the hare be y. Yes, the comparison is made as 4 leaps of a dog into 5 leaps of a hare. Then they have given 3 leaps of a dog is equal to 4 leaps of the hare. From this we get the value of x as 4 by 3 y. Then we have to substitute the value of x here. that is 4 into 4 by 3y, it becomes 16 by 3y is to 5y. So we have to take LCM to make common denominator. 16 by 3y is to 5 3s are 15. 15 by 3y. So 3 is common, it will get cancelled, and so their speed ratio will become 16 is to 5. So the ratio of the speed of the dog and hare is 16 is to 5. The next is 1/3 of a certain journey was covered at the speed of 20 km per hour, 1/4 at 30 km per hour, and the rest at the speed of 50 km per hour. Find the average speed per hour for the whole journey. We know that speed is equal to distance by time taken. Yes, they have given only this data in speeds. We have to find the average speed. Can we find the average speed through this data? No. They have not given at what distance they have traveled at 50 km per hour. So we have to find the rest distance. From that we can calculate the time so that we can find the average speed. So we can take the distance as x. Yes. Given that at 20 km per hour they have traveled 1 by 3 of the kilometer, that is x by 3 kilometer. Then at 30 km per hour they have traveled 1 by 4th of the kilometer, that is x by 4 kilometer. Then at 50 km per hour they have traveled the rest, that is x minus the kilometer they have already traveled. So on taking LCM we get 5x by 12 km. Then time is equal to distance by speed. So x by 3 km they have traveled at the speed of 20 km. X by 4 km they have traveled at the speed of 30 km. Then 5x by 12 km they have traveled at the speed of 50 km. We can write this as x by 60 plus x by 120 plus again x by 120. On taking LCM we get 4x by 120. On simplifying this we get x by 30 hours, because every time is given in hours. So the formula for average speed is distance by time taken. The distance is x and the time taken is x by 30, which we can write as x into 30 divided by x. So the x will get cancelled, and the average speed for the entire journey is 30 km per hour. Our next question is, a fast train takes 3 hours less than a slow train for a journey of 600 km. If the speed of the slow train is 10 km per hour less than that of the fast train, then find the speeds of the two trains. We know that speed is equal to distance by time taken, and time is equal to distance by speed. So here they have given the distance of 600 km and the speed of fast train be x km per hour and the speed of slow train be x minus 10 km per hour, because it is given that the slow train is 10 km per hour less than the fast train, so x minus 10. Then the fast train takes 3 hours less than the slow train for a journey. So the time difference between the slow train and fast train is 3 hours. So applying t is equal to d by s, we have 600 divided by x minus 10, because slow train will take the maximum time, minus 600 divided by x is equal to 3. The difference between is 3 hours. So on taking cross multiplication we have 600x minus 600x minus 6000 divided by x into x minus 10 is equal to 3. On solving this we get 600x minus 600x get cancelled and 3x square minus 30x plus 6000 is equal to 0. Yes. On simplifying this, we get x square minus 10x plus 2000 is equal to 0. On solving this quadratic equation, we will have x minus 50 into x plus 40 is equal to 0. So we have two values of x is equal to 50 and x is equal to minus 40. Since the speed cannot be negative, so we take x is equal to 50. That is, the speed of the fast train is 50 km per hour and the speed of slow train is 10 km less than that, that is 40 km per hour. Comparing these two, on comparison we can take as ratio 50 is to 40. So their speed in the term of ratio is 5 is to 4. The next one is A and B are two stations 390 km apart. Train starts from point A at 10 am and travels towards B at 65 km per hour. Another train starts from B at 11 am and travel towards A at 35 km per hour. At what time do they meet? We have to find the time. From the given, A is a station and B is a station which are at a distance of 390 km. So the first train travels from the point A at 10 am at the speed of 65 km per hour. The second train starts from the point B at 35 km per hour at 11 am. We have to find the time at which they meet. So from this diagram we can clearly understand that the distance traveled by first train in x hours, we have to find the time, so we have taken as x hours plus the distance traveled by the second train in x minus 1 hours is equal to 390. We have taken as x minus 1 because the second train departed 1 hour later. So we know that distance is equal to speed into time. This is derived from the basic formula, speed is equal to distance by time. So the speed of the first train be 65 to the time x plus the speed of the second train they have given as 35 into the time we have taken as x minus 1 is equal to 390. On solving this we get 65x plus 35x minus 35 is equal to 390. Then 100x is equal to 425. So the value of x is 4.25. We can also write as 1 by 4 hours. That is 4 hours 15 minutes. So from the time 10 am we have to calculate 4 hours 15 minutes. Yes, from the clock 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. From 10, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. That is at 2 o'clock. So 2 hours 15 minutes. That is 2:50 pm. So the time which they meet is 2:15 pm.